Hey all, it's Alexis with Bless Our Littles. Welcome back to our pre-pregnancy prep series. So today we're going to be talking about trusting the Lord while trying to get pregnant. So it really doesn't matter which phase you're in. If you're in some kind of like weird situation like myself where you're waiting for your husband to come home, waiting for the right time, you guys just got married and you're just kind of, waiting to see when you guys feel like you'll be ready, or if you've been trying for a very long time, it can be really hard to trust God with your plan, right? So that is going to be key number one is we have to let go of our plan, right? We have to let go of our ideal situation, our ideal time frame, because God does things in his own way because it's not our story. And that's my point number two. We are not here to fulfill our own story, to fulfill our own goodness, but we're here to bring him glory. And it says in the Bible that children are a blessing from the Lord. So this is a gift. This is a gift from him. And when we are being selfish and we are being kind of needy, I guess, and demanding of what we want, the Lord obviously is not going to want to bless us with a child. And I think that that is where I had some issues. So back before my husband left for deployment, we had been praying about having children, and I felt that that was one of the hugest desires of my heart was to be a mother. And I felt like ever since I was a little girl, I was called to be a mother. But God kind of kept reminding me, like, you just need to trust me. And during that time, I thought you need to trust me meant I'm going to give you a baby, right? How we translate those things that he tells us. And I didn't get pregnant, and I was really sure that God messed up. I was like, God, you sent my husband away. You, have taken just so much of the life I know, and now I'm moving, and then I'm gonna have to move again, and I have to do the move by myself, and then my windshield cracked, and it's like 100 things kept going wrong. And God reminded me very long after that. So this went on for a long time where I was like, God, why me, why me? And he just so gently reminded me, this isn't your story, Alexis. This isn't about you. This is about bringing glory to me. This is about showing people God's love and God's goodness. And when I was able to kind of step back and realize that, that's really when I was able to let go of my own plan. And don't get me wrong, I want to be pregnant more than anything. Like, that is the number one thing on my list right now of things that I want to happen. But I'm also kind of gotten to the point where I've understood that this is God's plan. And I do this thing very often where I go to the worst case scenario, which is not right, because really we'll probably be fine and we'll probably have kids very quickly. But in my mind, I always go to worst case scenario, which is, what if I'm never a mother? I know that this thought is not just my thought. I know that there are tons and tons and tons of other women who question this with every negative pregnancy test. Will I ever become a mother? And the answer is yes. God does place those desires in my heart. There is a verse in Psalms, and I don't remember exactly what it is. I'll put it in right here. But that verse talks about the desires of our heart, and God wants to give us that when we're, walking in faith with him, when we are, walking in line with his plan. He wants to give us the desires of our heart, although it may not look the way we want them to. And so I had to accept that if it came to a point where we could not get pregnant, I would be a mother anyway. I would be an adoptive mother. I could be a foster mother. I had other ways of becoming a mom, and that could be my story. So it's so, so, so important to, I feel like, get in the moment with him, get in the moment with the Lord, spending good quality time with him. Something that has helped me time and time again is prayer journaling. If you have not done this before, it's going to change your world, especially if you like to write and that kind of helps you to get out some of your emotions. I just have one of those spiral notebooks from the dollar store, and I just write everything down. I pray to him through writing sometimes because it helps me to get out what I'm feeling, and sometimes to even reflect back, and God's like, oh, that right there, that little spot that you wrote about, that's where you're getting hung up. Because sometimes in my own head, when I'm sitting down and praying, I just get all caught up and I get all jumbly and I can't think, right? I can't focus on what he's trying to show me and trying to share with me. I hope that if you learn anything from this video, I hope it's that in order to trust him, we have to let go of our perfect plan. We have to let go of our idea of life and accept his goodness and his will, and accept that he loves us and he wants what's best for us, and we don't always know that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate every single person who has commented, who has messaged me, who follows me on Instagram, follows my Instagram stories. Like, you guys are amazing, and I can't thank you enough for just supporting me through all of this. I've had so many of you recommend different products that you've used, different foods that you've tried that you feel like have helped, and I just want to thank you for that. So anyhow, I hope that you guys have a good rest of your week. If you have not yet downloaded the pre-pregnancy prep journal, head down to the description below and there will be a link for that PDF. So hopefully you guys are doing well, and I will see you next week.